Can a Zero motorcycle improve with age? Yes! I bought my 2020 Zero SRF in December of 2019. As I approach the 5-year mark and 22,000 miles, it's gotten better with age, thanks to the magic of firmware updates and a company that cares about its customers. In terms of wear items, I've replaced the tires at 10,000 and 20,000 miles. Although in both cases, I likely could have gotten 1,000 miles or more out of the tread before reaching the tire cord. Tires have been lasting on my SRF significantly longer than my old Vulcans, which usually chewed through rear tires by about 8,000 miles. I've also replaced the Zero's belt at 20,000 miles out of an abundance of caution, although it wasn't showing any abnormal signs of wear. Outside of that, I've had the dealer replace the brake fluid once since I've owned the bike. I also took it in for 2 minor recall notices that didn't affect the operation of the bike. One was for a cruise control improvement, and the other was for a rear rotor bolts torque check. That's it for maintenance, since there's no oil to change, chain to lube or adjust, or coolant to replace. In terms of range and fun, that's improved over the years, thanks in large part to Zero's over-the-air updates. Since I first bought the bike, Zero has overhauled its gauge cluster, which in my opinion was a nice improvement over the original design. The cluster is broken into sectors which can easily be swapped depending on what information is most important to the rider. For example, I personally like to have both trip mileage odometers showing along with the time and temperature. But some riders prefer seeing watts per mile and maybe motor temperature or battery temperature. Those functions are easily swappable thanks to an upgraded app. Zero also boosted my SRF's charging speed from 5.8 kilowatts to 6.6 kilowatts with a firmware upgrade performed by the dealer. Zero charges for the update, but at the time, my dealer had a firmware updates for life promotion that allowed me to claim the unexpected upgrade for free. Zero has also made a reverse gear available to 2020 owners, but here's what's really sold me on the Zero brand. About 4 years into owning the bike, I started noticing a slight drop in range. The bike would only charge to 98%. It also developed what some in the Zero community have referred to as magic charging, where the indicated range increases by a few percent during a ride or after the bike has been turned off a while. I reported the issue to Zero, which had me email in my motorcycle's log files. Then, after they reviewed the files, they told me I needed to take the bike to my dealer to get its battery checked more extensively. After more log files were exchanged with Zero, the company decided my battery should be replaced, so it shipped out a brand new, free warranty replacement pack. Better yet, the new pack has a 15.6 kilowatt hour rated capacity compared to my bike's original 14.4 kilowatt hour pack. So my Zero now has more range than the day it came off the showroom floor back in 2019. The new battery should also hold up well over the long haul. Here's why. My new battery has a real capacity of 17.3 kilowatt hours, although Zero capped it at 15.6. But that's okay. With that much buffer, I'm guessing the battery will likely last a decade or more without any noticeable range loss. What this tells me as an owner is that Zero cares about its customers. Zero warrants its battery for 5 years with unlimited mileage. My 2020 SRF still brings a smile to my face every time I ride it. It still feels great. The Showa suspension is holding up well, although the front disc rotors have developed a slight pulsing under braking, likely meaning either the pads or rotors are starting to warp. It's not enough for me to bother messing with yet, but still, that's a weak spot given I rarely encounter heavy braking situations thanks to the bike's excellent regen, which quickly slows me down when I leave off the throttle. I also own this 2024 Tracer 9 GT Plus, although the SRF still gets the vast majority of saddle time simply because it's so much darn fun. That's especially true during our hot Florida summer.
So where the Zero really excels is urban driving situations like the one I'm in right now. It's Saturday morning here in Jacksonville, and me and a buddy are headed to Caffeine and Octane, which is the region's largest monthly cruise-in. And as you see, I'm coming right up here on a light. It's in the high 80s already this morning. The beauty of an EV in urban environments like this, when I do get stuck at a light, I don't have any engine heat. You know, that's just, I just never get tired of that feature living here in Florida because, of course, with my gasoline motorcycle, oh man, that heat coming off the engine at lights, that gets old real quick in the summertime.
My Zero has also been very economical, although that's obviously offset somewhat by its high upfront price. Here in Florida, a good number of Level 2 charging stations are still free, and my local utility gives me a $7 per month credit for charging off-peak. That means many months I'm able to basically ride for free in terms of fuel costs, and of course, I don't have to mess with oil changes or chain maintenance. I'm looking forward to my next 20,000 miles worth of adventures on my SRF, and I hope you'll come along for the ride. Thanks so much for watching this episode of EV Rider, and if you enjoyed it, please go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe to the EV Rider YouTube channel so I can bring you more adventures in EV motorcycling. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.